Hey everybody, so today we're going to learn about the 1, the 4, and the 5/7 chord. Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 4, and Roman numeral 5 with a little number 7 that goes with that Roman numeral. So they look like this. These are the shapes of the chords. We'll be talking about that a little bit later here, but Roman numeral 1, 4, and 5/7. Okay, so we'll start with C position, and what we're going to start with is just called the shell. So we're going to outline the shell of each chord. So for the 1 chord, the shell is your pinky and your thumb in position, just like that. When we go to the 4 chord, we move our thumb over to here, 1 note up to A. That's the shell for a 4 chord. So shell for the 1 chord, shell for the 4 chord, shell for the 1 chord. To go to the 5/7 chord, you go the other way. Keep your thumb and move your pinky over to B. That's the shell for the 5/7 chord. So C position 1 and 5, move your thumb up, move your thumb back, and thumb back. Do the same thing in the right hand. 5 and 1. To go to that's the 1 chord shell. To go to the 4 chord shell, you move your pinky up. In this case, notice I move the whole hand over and then back. And to go to chord shell 3, thumb goes over. So the motion is the same. That's chord shell 1, chord shell 4, back to the 1, and then for the 5/7 you move your thumb there. So go up, back. You can practice together. So those are the shells. Now they have the shells, we're going to add the middle note to fill out the chord. So for the 1 chord, you take your chord shell and you add the middle note, E. To practice that, you can play the shell and add the E. And then play all 3 together. That's your 1 chord in C position. So to go to the 4 chord, remember you move your thumb over, we're going to add the F. Second finger, see that shape? Okay, that's the 4 chord. 3 notes, C, F, A. Back to the 1 chord with the E. Now when we go to the 5/7, our pinky moves over. The reason we can't open our hand like this, which would be nice, is because we need this note to fill the middle. So you move your pinky over, that's our shell, and we're gonna add the F. Just like that. That's the 5/7 chord. Kind of a crunchy chord. It's a tension chord that wants to resolve back to the 1. We use 2 hands here. The resolution is B to C and F to E. You can hear that. B, C, F, E. 5/7, 1, 5/7, 1. So to play these chords, this is the 1 chord all together, 4 chord, 1, 5/7, and 1. Let's look at the shape. Notice that the 1 chord stacked, skips every other note. When I go to the 4 chord, this shape right here goes up in the key. Just moves over. That stays. So now I have a stack here and a bigger space at the bottom. Go back to the 1 chord, nice and neat and stacked. And the 5/7 chord have like 2 notes kind of crunched together up here and a big space there. That's the shape. So when we look at the music, like this, you can see the 1 chord shape is stacked, like a snowman kind of, just 3 balls right on top of one another. When you go to the 4 chord shape, our stack is on the top and there's a space in the bottom, but it's still neat and in a row. When we go to the 5/7, you can see the scrunchie at the top has to be the notes on either side of the stem so they can fit on the staff, and there's a big space there. So you start to recognize those shapes and make it easy to play at this beginner level. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the right hand. Shell, add the E. When I go to the 4 chord, this time you are gonna open your hand and use your 3rd finger on the F. Back to the 1, 5, 7, top 2, and your thumb just goes over. So you should be able to practice both hands. They don't have to be together at the same time, but at least separately. If you want to try them together, you can. Okay, so those are the chords. Now, we've learned 2 positions so far, C position and G position. Let's go to G position. It doesn't matter what key you're in, what position you're in, the shapes are going to be the same, but there might be notes that change with sharps or flats. As we learned, like in D position, we added a sharp there. So we go to G position, we know that. We play our shell, we add the middle note, that's our 1 chord. To go to the 4 chord, follow the same shape. These 2 notes go up. It's our 4 chord, back to the 1. Now here's the difference between C and G. For the 5-7 chord, we're going to keep the top 2 notes, and this bottom one goes down. Well, we have a sharp here, so we can't go over to this key because we're skipping that one. So your pinky goes up to the sharp. Kind of move your hand in a little bit. See, like you don't want to twist, you'd rather want to go in. That's why the keys are long. So for that 5-7, slide in, pinky, F sharp. And then you can hear now the F sharp wants to go to G, and the C wants to go to B. So 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, 5-7, 1. Same thing in the right hand, G position, 1 chord, shift over for the 4, back to the 1. My thumb's really short, so to get to this 5-7 in G, don't kink. Go in until your thumb gets on the black key. So you have the top 2 notes. Look how far in I am. Top 2 notes, C and D, thumb on F sharp. Hands together. Okay, there you have it. Those are the 1, the 4, and the 5-7 chords in C position and G position. It doesn't matter what key you're in or position, these shapes remain the same. If your 1 chord is shaped, stacked like that, the 4 chord will look like that right next to it, and the 5-7 like that. There you have it. Alrighty.